Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Jose Garcia. I am a new YouTuber here from LA. I went to high school in LA, and then I lived in Boston for 4 years, and now I'm gonna drop the H bomb on you. I went to Harvard, but it was a really fun experience, and I think one of the best experiences was getting paid to go there. Just wanted to talk a little bit about that and how you could do it too. So, we should talk a little bit about how it all kind of started. In high school, I did the basic stuff. Getting good grades. Didn't get a B, I guess. I got mostly A's, and then took the SAT, did really well on that, and then had a ton of extracurriculars, did like sports, did a lot of volunteering, internships, and I wrote essays, but I wouldn't have gone anywhere if I wouldn't have been for my friends. I literally asked them for help, and they would tell me, "Oh, you got it. There's this deadline, there's that deadline," and they would let me know about that. But you guys are not here to know about that. What you're here to know about is how I made money by going to Harvard. So what I didn't know before going to high school is that if you get into Harvard, you actually can go for free. So I got in, and I got in there for free because my family is from a low-income background. In high school, I didn't know I was going to get in, so I was applying to a lot of different scholarships. So what Harvard does is they lower your grant by how much in scholarships you have. That being said, they do give you every semester an allotment of about $2,000. That could change by the time you watch this, but that's how much I would get every semester. And that was supposed to cover, books, travel, anything that I might need throughout the year. So they really make it nice in that you don't ever have to work at Harvard. It was actually a really, really great experience because of that. So that's kind of how I got the base start of my money. Over the course of 4 years, 2 semesters, that's 8, right? Times 2, that's about 16K that I would get. Then I applied to these outside scholarships that would give me some money on the side too. The one in particular was Rotary Scholarship, and so the Rotary Scholarship would actually help me with other expenses. Sometimes Harvard's money wasn't enough, so every year they would give me about $2,000, and so that's $8,000, right, over the course of it. So now we're at 24K. But then when I started Harvard, I realized, I wanted a job just because I was like, I should get a job. And so the first place that I went to was Dorm Crew. So Dorm Crew is a student-run custodian services. So we basically clean bathrooms at the bottom of the totem pole. Eventually, I got promoted to a captain, and then I became a house captain. The highest one is head captain. As a house captain, you got paid a significant amount of money just because you were working so much overtime. I remember during our most intense periods of time, we would work about 80 to 100 hours a week on very little sleep. And so all of that, just added up to a lot of overtime. And keep in mind that throughout this whole time, Harvard was covering my living expenses. So I didn't have any electricity bills, anything at all, any rent at all. My food was covered. So I was able to save up all of that cash. Obviously, every now and then I would go out with people and I would spend money for going to the movies or whatever. But it was never anything super extravagant. And then, so I did that dorm crew job throughout my 4 years. And at the most intense periods, I would make between 1.6K to 2K a week, which was pretty fun. And I would basically get paid to hang out with my friends and lead people into cleaning, cleaning the student dorms. And I thought it was a really fun experience. Throughout my summers there, I also took internships that were paid internships. The summer afterward, between sophomore year and junior year, I landed this internship with JP Morgan, which wasn't paid, but I also got another internship with Bain, the consulting company, for about a week. And I think they paid me $2,000 for that. Yeah, for that week, which was really fun. They flew me out to LA. They put me up in a nice hotel. We were able to work. It was pretty sweet. The summer after that, between junior and senior year, I got this internship in New York for Nomura. And so from that internship, I made about $20,000 over the summer, maybe a little more. But during those internships, I did have to cover my own living expenses. So that cut down my profit from those significantly. So throughout this whole time, also, I was learning about the stock market and just different ways of investing your money. From the very beginning, from freshman year, I had known about a Roth IRA, and so I opened a Roth IRA. And then I found Robinhood, this app where you can trade stocks. So I kept doing that. So all this money wasn't ever just sitting anywhere. Oh yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, what happened afterward, as I was investing in the stock market, I also found out about options trading. And so options trading basically allows you to use leverage to increase your returns. And I know that kind of probably doesn't mean anything to most people. watching this, but it basically means you can make more money with less amounts of money. Um, yeah, and so what I work in now is I'm back in LA. I work in private equity at a financial company, and we basically work with real estate developers and other real estate firms, and we finance commercial buildings, whether that's industrial, multifamily. And so what I plan to do now is kind of just continue leveraging all of that knowledge that I gained, to really help my family succeed. Um, yeah, so that's kind of how I got into Harvard. It was a brief. I'll make other videos regarding like the specifics as to like how you can get into Harvard, if you want to be there. I don't know if it's the right place for everybody, but it was for me, I think. And then I can do a breakdown of exactly like how much each internship paid me, and like how much my expenses were and all of that, if you guys really want it. Thank you for watching the video. Like if you like that, I guess, or put some comments. Uh,